This would be so much easier with a template. Let's face it, if you don't already own a CNC, you've probably hovered over the buy button before. They're great for woodworking, but that damn price. So the question is there a cheaper but still accurate solution to creating router templates? So today I'm gonna give you guys 7 reasons why this, you thought I was gonna spoil it, is not only cheaper, but equally as good as a CNC when it comes to making router templates. And in my opinion, better than a CNC. More on that later, but also stick around because later in this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys some template tools that you can save on by making instead of buying. But why even use templates? Well, you remember this guy? He's got a Christmas market that he's supposed to be selling at in, 5 days. So he's got to work fast, which templates help with. Now templates don't only just speed things up, they also sometimes can make it easier. They also allow you to create concepts without wasting your precious wood and save the money of wasting your precious wood, like I might have done a few times. See, I've made 2 charcuterie boards before, both by hand, no templates. There was this one, and then there was this one. Let's say you want to recreate a design, you can technically do that with the template because you already have that design saved, in a sense. I don't know why anyone would really want this design again though. It was supposed to be a heart, but then other people thought it was a chicken bone. Also, some people thought it was a cock. So I think it's time to redeem myself. So as we go through these 7 reasons, I'm also gonna be making some charcuterie boards using templates I made. Not with the CNC, not even with a laser engraver, but with a 3D printer. Also, I am gonna share some tips as we go on, how to use 3D printed templates, questions that you may actually have, and I'm also going to try to compare the advantages and disadvantages with a CNC. Before we jump into number 1, I wanna just quickly mention the footage that you're seeing right now was my practice piece, and let's just say it didn't exactly go great. So yeah, instead of just showing you guys all that footage, I'm just gonna skip that, but I will show you kind of how I fixed that later in the video. All right, let's talk about the main reason why I have yet to buy a CNC, and that is the cost. At the end of the day, a 3D printer is going to be much cheaper than a CNC in almost all cases. There are some 3D printers you can buy that were more expensive than a CNC. The printer that I use, which is a Bamboo Lab A1, and no, this is not a sponsor, but I would recommend that one because it's very easy to get started with. It comes with a very easy software to use. I personally think that the A1 has a big enough size that you can kind of grow into it, unlike the A1 Mini, which does limit to how many things you can print because of how small it is. There are other options for printers that you can get that are probably cheaper than the A1 and equally as good. This is just the one I have experience with, so that's why I'm bringing that up. Now, let's put aside the cheaper tool cost and talk about the cheaper material cost. Typically, when you're using a CNC, my assumption is that you're going to use either MDF or you're going to use some sort of like acrylic plastic thick sheet. Those are going to be much more expensive than just 3D printer filament. Also, a benefit is that you kind of get, the option to get fancy colors or different types of materials such as TPU, which is a lot more rubbery, and you can do some really cool things with that, but more on that later. Now, before we get into what I believe to be the biggest advantage of a 3D printer, I said I was going to give you some tips throughout the video on how to use these templates, and I think this one fits perfectly here. Now here's the thing, you're going to probably look at a 3D printer and you're going to look at a CNC and you're going to say, well, the 3D printer is so limited in how big a template can be because of the size of, the print bed. Well, I want to let you know that that is not a concern. A little bit of a disadvantage, sure, but you can work around it quite easily. So a lot of people, what they'll do is use a dovetail style joint to be able to connect multiple pieces together to create one big piece. This is one option when it comes to making router templates, but another option is that you could just CA glue them together. Obviously, this has a little bit of room for error, so you got to make sure that you do it correctly without having, lips or weird pieces that, stick out. But it is possible to make as big of a piece as you really want. It just takes a little bit more effort. Now, one of my favorite parts about 3D printers is how custom they are, and I do feel like that's one thing you don't get with a CNC. Let me give you a quick example. I made this dice holder jig, which will perfectly fit around a block of wood that I want to turn into this candle holder dice thing. Now, one problem that I ran into, there's a specific way that a dice is, like the sides of where the little dots are, it's all specific. And I didn't want to have to search that up every single time I use this jig. So instead, on one of the corners, I made little holes to basically implement what side I should be drilling the holes on. Does that make sense? I don't know. I think it was just such a small little detail that will make my life a little bit easier. And I just don't think you would ever be able to get that with a CNC. And that's honestly just one example. I mean, you can also look at a lot of templates that people make where they'll have a little lip on it, some sort of mark on it to help you line it up with whatever you're setting it up on. Honestly, the options are endless. Now let's talk about the community. I think the 3D printing community is fantastic. Again, I don't own a CNC, so I'm not too familiar with what's out there, but let's just talk about what I know, which is the 3D printing community. It's massive. There's so many people out there who are making all of these amazing files and prints, and the best part is most of them are free. Like, you don't have to pay extra money to have access to a lot of these people's ideas and creations. It's like a hobby to them. It's really cool. Look at all these templates I'm using today. I got all of these files for free from somebody on Bamboo Labs Maker World website. He has hundreds of different templates that you could choose from. And I just printed a few from here because I'm in a big rush trying to get these done for a Christmas event. I just said, you know what, I'm going to go off this guy's stuff, and they are working fantastic. Before I tell you about some other great things you could do with the 3D printer, I want to quickly tell you guys that when it comes to sticking these to your workpiece, it's not much different from the CNC. You could either use double-sided tape, or what you've seen me doing in this video, using blue tape with some CA glue, sticking it down, and then obviously pulling it off once you're done. The other thing that's great is that there's a lot more that you can do with a 3D printer, such as tools. Let's talk about what I mentioned earlier in the video. I've been using this template tool to make radiuses on some of the boards. This is a tool that I downloaded for free. I'll make sure to put a link down below if you guys want to print it yourself. All it does is simply butt into a corner and you use your router with it as a template and you get that radius. Now, when it comes to tools, there's a lot of different tools that you can print, not just templating tools. I'm actually making a video where I'm printing a bunch of tools that you can also buy, and I'm going to compare to see if it's actually better or not. On top of that, when it comes to making tools, you can make jigs. I'm actually in the process of designing my own jig. I'm not going to tell you guys what it's for, but I'm actually recording the process of me designing this. Putting aside tools though, let's talk about storage. I am also making a video on a bunch of 3D prints to use in your workshop. There's a whole Gridfinity system people have come up with. It's a whole nother world, and I don't want to get too deep into it in this video, but make sure to leave a comment if you're interested in either of those videos I just mentioned, and subscribe if you want to watch them when they come out. If you guys have any ideas for cool workshop prints, make sure to let me know down in the comments as well, because I'm always looking for something cool to print. Now, before we get into the last few things, I want to quickly go over some tips and disadvantages with a 3D printer. When it comes to the material that you're going to be using, I normally just use PLA. I mean, there's PETG, which is a little bit more stronger, but I don't think it's really necessary for this. The PLA is strong enough to be able to handle just the router bearing rubbing against it without it melting or warping or nothing like that. I'll also leave some links down below to the filament that I use, but of course, feel free to use whatever you got. Now, one question you may have is, well, how thick should my templates be? Because I'm making them out of plastic instead of wood. And honestly, quarter inch is perfectly fine. I have made 1/2 inch, and I think that was way too big and way too overkill. I'm actually going to recreate that same template in 1/4 inch, so it's easier to work with my router bits. Now, talking about disadvantages with the 3D printer, one that definitely is something you can't really work around is the speed. A CNC will typically be much faster than a 3D printer. 3-4 hours might be how long it takes to print that template, depending on, of course, the complexity and the size. Of course, if you need to make multiple pieces and you're going to glue them all together, then that is going to take a lot more time. I mean, it definitely is a disadvantage. I just don't know if it's that big of a deal for me, at least. Let's talk about mess. When it comes to CNC, they normally have decent dust collection that will collect all the dust it creates, but there is still dust that you need to actually get rid of, such as disposing of the shavings, and it does unfortunately cost more money. Then you look at a 3D printer, where, if you guys don't know, 3D printers typically create something called 3D printer poop, or in my case, bamboo poop. It's a little bit of plastic that it takes out to kind of clear the system before a new color goes in, as an example. Like, if you just toss it in the recycling bin, call it a day. It's nothing close to what you would have to deal with a CNC. Now, I want to talk about space, because obviously the two machines are greatly different in size in most cases. Let's say you're going with a CNC. You're gonna need typically anywhere between 4 to 50 square feet available for this machine in your shop. Now with a 3D printer, you pretty much only need around 2 to 4 square feet. I think the biggest thing is that the 3D printer typically shouldn't go in a workshop, mainly just due to the dust that will be in there. But I mean, a lot of people don't have that much square footage to give up in a workshop where table saw might be much more useful to them than a CNC. If we want to kind of think about costs that come after buying the actual tool itself, let's look at some consumables between the two machines. When it comes to a CNC, you need a bit. The bit can easily range up to $100. When it comes to a 3D printer, you need a little hot end, which can be $10. But obviously, there's a lot more moving parts that could get damaged. And of course, with a workshop environment, it can be a lot easier for it to get damaged. I've literally never had to replace anything on my 3D printer, and I've had it for almost a year now. And the only thing I've had to do was lube up certain areas just to make sure all the parts are moving smoothly. So definitely, I feel like there's a difference in cost when it comes to the maintenance. At the beginning of the video, I said that in my opinion, a 3D printer is better. And throughout the video, it may have felt like I've been dogging on a CNC. So the question is, would I get a CNC? And I would say yes. There are things that it can do that a 3D printer can't. But there's also ways to work around not having a CNC, like the slab flattening jig I made. So, should you get a CNC? Wouldn't necessarily say that you shouldn't get a CNC and rather get a 3D printer. If it came down to that you couldn't afford a CNC, then yes, a 3D printer is definitely worth it. I think with the fact that there's so many different tools out there, hand and power, you should focus on what makes you happy, what keeps you in the shop building. That's what you should buy. Make sure to press the video on the left if you want to see more 3D printing videos, and the video on the right will give you some more woodworking stuff. And in case you guys were wondering, I did get it done just in time for the Christmas event. Thank you so much for watching.